completion, then how do I get there? So, I have to take what I know, which the Hebrew word for knowledge is gnosko. And so I have to take another word that we call strength, which is oidai. And if I take gnosko and oidai and mix them together, then I have strength in the midst of a storm. So I know that I can speak to my storm and it's going to get out of my way. So if you're dealing, whatever you're dealing with, God bless your heart, whatever you're dealing with, speak and prophesy to a situation to change its existence. Can I get a witness in here? So, what I'm simply saying is that yet he brought us in through a place of flood and a place of fire. He's bringing us back into a wealthy place. And Isaiah says, rejoice. So, the best way to mess up the enemy's mind is to praise your way in the midst of your storm. So, the enemy don't like to hear when you say, Father, I bless you, because the enemy wants you to believe that God is not a blessing God.
All right.
You ever get to the point to where you're calling on God and the enemy comes and says, I don't know why you're calling God, you don't hear from him? You ever get to the point to where when you're calling on God, the enemy comes in and always create a distraction in order to get you away from God? Because it's the enemy's job to shut your mouth. The enemy don't want you to say nothing that's going to be beneficial to your soul. As long as you can stay there and wallow in your mess and ain't going nowhere, the enemy wants you to believe that you don't have a God. Where was your God this time? Look at you, lad. You've been going through it again. But I told God, I said, God, if you take it to me one time, you take it to me two times, you take it to me three times, I'm going to keep taking it till I get it right. Because eventually one day it's got to stick. One day I got to realize that I am somebody, and I am who I am by the grace of God. Anybody here know that they are somebody? So, why?
Hallelujah.
The Bible says, I'm giving you a little strength. I'm giving you a little strength. So, why do you continue to take the infirmities of the enemy? Why do you continue to take it laying down? Why? Listen, if you are wrestling with a habitual habit and you think that you need to be broken through, then you need to speak to that habit, tell that habit. Listen, if you got a drinking problem, you need to tell your drinking problem. Listen, problem of drinking, spirit of drinking, it's over. It's over. No longer can you live like that. Then comes the breakthrough. If you got a problem with gambling and whoremongering, then you can just tell the enemy, devil, spirit of whoremongering, you got to go. Spirit of gambling, you got to go. If you got a struggle with drugs, you like, spirit of drugs, you got to go. But let me, whoa.
All right, go ahead. Talk to them spirits. Go ahead.
Come on now. Spirit of
Go ahead.
homosexuality.
Come on, Come on.
Other spirits. But here, you go back home, man, and lay in the bed with another man and you don't realize why it ain't gone. Come on, Mo. All right, y'all, came in here.
Go ahead.
So, y'all excuse me here because I feel like I want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you got a spirit of whoremongering and you can't shake that spirit, ain't it, sister, you telling that spirit of whoremonger, you got to leave here, and yet still you go back and do it on Sunday night after you leave church on Sunday evening. But you got to learn how to change, turn from your wicked ways. You're always singing the devil here, Lord, and he's turning around, but yet still you in the same place you started all the time. You ain't moved nowhere, but yet still, so the problem with Christian folk is that they only saved to the point of they being saved. Come on now. Come on now. Lord, if you free me this time, I promise I ain't gonna do it no more. Sound familiar? Lord, if you get me out this time, I promise I ain't gonna do it no more. I heard somebody say, I ain't gonna do it no more. And then what we do? We do it again. And he said, God, Christian folk are the best deal makers in the world. I've watched Christian folk make some deals with God. Lord, I promise you, if you get me through this time,
my God,
you ain't got to ever worry about me coming back. And then, God, if you free me, my soul this